They did it.
I did it.
He did it.
You did it, sir.
What's poppin'? So I just watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie and oh my god, it was so fun. The movie was basically everything I wanted it to be. It was as perfect of a telling of these classic characters than anything I could have asked for. The story was, of course, simple, with Bowser wanting to take over the world, but also to make Peach his bride. And this led to some of my favorite jokes in the movie. The voice cast for this movie was so strong, and everybody played their characters to perfection. I actually don't think I would recast anyone, as they all did such an amazing job. Chris Pratt as Mario was really good, and I honestly forgot at times he was even playing Mario. Charlie Day as Luigi is like Oreos and milk. His voice was made for this character. In fact, every Mario game from here on out, I had to use his voice instead. I'm sorry, it's just that good. It perfectly encapsulates the worriedness of Luigi, and I love it. He has some pretty funny jokes too. The only real complaint I have with him is that we didn't get to see a whole lot of him. He had his moments, don't get me wrong, but I was a little disappointed when he didn't tag along for the main ride. But other than that, he was fantastic. Anya Taylor-Joy, oh god, I hope I said that right, as Princess Peach was really good. I liked her character, she was fun and charming. I like her and Mario's chemistry a lot, and they were pretty sweet to see together. Also, the scene where she goes to town on Bowser's minions with the ice flower was so awesome. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong just works. At first, it's a little hard to distinguish his voice, but once he gives that laugh, yeah, I knew it was him. He has some pretty funny jokes throughout the movie. He does a good job. And Keegan-Michael Key as Toad works. But by far, my favorite performance was from Jack Black as Bowser. God damn, he delivered it better than great. He made Bowser his own. Jack Black mixes so well with the medium of animation, like I cannot describe his energy. It's on a different level. I love this man. His jokes are just so awesome, and his ballad of Peach, or as he calls her, Peaches, it was just so hilarious. I loved it. Like, you honestly have to see it to believe it. The voice cast was perfect for this movie, and I don't really think I have any gripes with a single actor. Like I said, the story is simple, but it works. We get to see so many cool locations with all these little gimmicks to them, and I love it. The Kong's domain being my favorite with the track type of layout and the fact that everybody has a cart there. That's awesome. Also, let's talk about the visuals because god damn, they are so good. The level of detail in the animation is immense, and it really encapsulates the bright, vibrant colors of the Mushroom Kingdom. Also, I really like how they had different style for humans and overall designs. Different from the typical Illumination type of characters with extremely sharp and grotesque bodies. Ugh. They looked a little more stylized and fitting with the world of Mario perfectly. I really like the inclusion of Brooklyn as well. And I'm actually really glad we got to see some of Mario's personal life outside of the Mushroom Kingdom, including his family, which I thought was charming and really nicely done. It's also funny how Mario doesn't even like mushrooms. That's kinda neat. Mario's whole character arc is that he's tired of feeling like the little guy and wants to be taken seriously and respected. It's a good touch for Mario that I think works. His brother Luigi, on the other hand, has always been afraid, and by the end of the movie he finally stands up for himself and protects his brother. Like I said, I wish we got a little bit more of Luigi because he wasn't on the main journey, and he sort of didn't have a lot to do. But regardless, I found him still very charming. I like how Peach's backstory is basically left ambiguous in terms of where she is from. Could potentially set up a sequel? Maybe. I would hope so. And like I said, I really like Mario and Peach's relationship. As you could tell, there was feelings with flirting, but nothing too rushed. I would say the only thing that could be a problem for this movie is just how fast it goes. Personally, I wasn't too affected by it, because I was just being overstimulated with so much Mario content, and since I'm a huge fan, I can really appreciate the references, which I'll get into in a little bit. But I can see how the pacing of this movie can throw off some more casual viewers, but then again, most of the people who are going to see this are going to be long-term Mario fans, so I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. I know that when I went to the theater, everybody was dressed up in Mario merch, so yeah, that should be a sign of the audience. But really, other than the pacing of the movie, I think everything else was as good as you can get. Also, the dog in the rich people's apartment was amazing. A true villain. Easily would have defeated Bowser given the opportunity. He's going among the ranks of the Verminator and Ken from the B movie in terms of sheer iconicity. I think the direction they took with this movie was just fantastic, and it truly felt like a Mario movie. But what is a Mario movie without its gaming references? And there are a plethora of them. Like Luigi's phone having a GameCube startup sound, The Duck Hunt and Punch-Out references in the pizza place, Spike just being there from Wrecking Crew, classic game sound effects in certain scenes, Donkey Kong's Battle Stadium looking like the classic Donkey Kong arcade map with the red beams, and Mario Kart literally being in it. And one of the more subtle ones was how closely of a shot of the Yoshi's running was to the opening for Smash Melee. Even after that shot, Mario, Peach, and Toad scale the mountain, which resembles another shot to the Melee intro. And these are just a few. There are tons. Some I'm sure I didn't even catch. But if you are a Mario fan, you will have a field day spotting all the nods. And this is excluding the soundtrack, which had tons, and I mean tons, of Mario music played all throughout. They did good with this one. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is everything you want a Mario movie to be and more. It is a great execution of such an iconic character and game. Illumination has proven they can do more than just minions. All in all, I give the Super Mario Bros. Movie an 8.5 out of 10. A funny and overall enjoyable experience that I highly recommend you checking out. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other videos, and consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps out a ton. Stay super, and I'll catch y'all later.